your end? Yeah. Wonderful. We've still got people coming on tonight, but I just want to say a huge thank you to each and every one of you for being here tonight. And I can't tell you the feeling of joy at seeing all your faces, especially those of you that haven't been well and you fought through and you're here today. And we see all your lovely faces on screen. It's absolutely wonderful. So we've got a great night for you tonight. It's going to be approximately an hour. For those of you that don't know me, but I think I know just about everyone on screen tonight, actually. Some of you I've only just met, but I know everyone. My name is Suzanne Cambray, and I have a lot of the team with me. We're from Journey to Heart and Soul and other sections of the health well-being sector that we will mention as we go on. But Journey to Heart and Soul has been a social enterprise, a community interest company for about 6.5 years now. So what that means is it's a non-profit. So all the profits are distributed to different charities throughout the community. And I have Arthur Long on here tonight. So thank you, Arthur, for all your help with Journey to Heart and Soul. And David Ash, you put in loads and loads of help as well. And hi, David from Cornwall. So these guys are coming in from Cornwall. And Marina, without Marina, I don't know where we'd be, quite frankly. Marina is going to talk about the life codes. And she's my soul's radiance. So she's going to be talking about that later on. And the lovely Paul Michael for being the disco DJ tonight. He's the technical genius that keeps it all together. Because trust me, I wouldn't be able to. It wouldn't happen. And I don't know if we've got Mark Wainwright on tonight, but if we have, Mark is our company secretary. He keeps us all in check on the financial side. So thank you, Mark. I don't think he's here, but he may pop in later on. Mandy and Paddy for all your support. Oh gosh, there's so many other people to mention as well. Who have I left out? Yvonne. Well, Yvonne, we're going to introduce later. Yvonne's a massive support as well. And to all of you for bringing your beautiful energies here. So we have got a beautiful speaker tonight called Lucinda, and you can see Lucinda. I have a little wave there, Lucinda. And Lucinda's going to talk about emotional freedom technique. And for those of you who don't know what that is, Linda will explain it better than me. But all I know is that we do contain emotions within the electromagnetic field, and we need to process those emotions. So the tapping is the facilitation to allow that process to happen. And Lucinda also teaches Reiki and practices Reiki as well. I think you've been doing that for about 15 years, Lucinda, haven't you? And originally introduced by Yvonne. So Yvonne and Lucinda met, and yeah, it's been an absolute pleasure. I felt like I've known Lucinda forever. We actually only met a few days ago. So we then will go on to Marina, and Marina will talk about the life code. Now the life codes are based on the tree of life, and this is the work with Heidi Sawyer. And Marina, I've been working closely with Heidi now. Well, Marina for many, many years. Myself, I first met Heidi Sawyer probably about 6 years ago. So that's going to be fascinating. So you can see your different energies. We might be able to work out your energy as well. It'll be really, really interesting. And then to hand over to Yvonne, who's going to do distant healing. So she'll explain what she's been inspired to do tonight and send healing, I think, to individuals, but Yvonne will explain that more fully, and any energy that is left over to the planet and animals, and whoever else needs it. Now, I don't know if you're all aware, but I just wanted to mention this first of all, that over the last 48 hours, I've been contacted by 4 different animal sanctuaries. And the animals at the moment are really struggling. And we actually put in process, with the help of Alex Legrand, who actually does our website, funds to raise money for the Berkshire Animal Connection Centre primarily. And this is providing sanctuary for equine, for horses who are in rehabilitation, but also maybe have health issues. We've managed to raise £1,000. So it's been absolutely extraordinary. Thank you to everyone who's contributed. So if you do feel that you can or would like to donate tonight, there's no pressure at all. But if you'd like to, you can donate through Journey to Heart and Soul. The website is here. There is the donation button, and that money will go across to the Berkshire Animal Connection Centre. We're also working on raising money for other animal sanctuaries. There is another horse sanctuary as well, and also there is a zoo that's in crisis too. We're going to see more of this, but we're just going to do what we can to help these beautiful, beautiful creatures. So moving on then, I'm going to introduce you to Lucinda, and Lucinda will talk for approximately about 20 minutes. So I'm going to hand you over to this beautiful soul.
Thank you very
much. Over to you, Lucinda.
Thank you so much, and good evening, everyone, and thank you for inviting me to speak with you all this evening. EFT, as Suzanne has said, is short for Emotional Freedom Technique, and it's also known as tapping, and we tap on acupuncture points with our fingers, so no needles necessary. It's a combination of ancient Chinese medicine combined with modern psychology. So really, it's a very, very simple technique to use and to learn. And it's something that everybody can use on a daily basis, and something that I love everybody to be able to use. And that's why I want to be able to teach it to everyone. It was created by a man called Gary Craig, and you can find out lots about him on Google. So I'm not going to worry about the history and the back story about it, because we haven't got time for that today. Suzanne mentioned that we hold our emotions, and as Reiki practitioners, we all know that we hold our emotions in our organs. And as you know, fear we hold in our kidneys, we hold anger in our liver, grief in our lungs, and sadness in our hearts, just to mention a few. The Chinese meridians run through our entire body. I've got a picture here just to remind any of you where they're coming and going. But as you can see, most of them, I know I'm behaving like a weather girl here, most of them come up to the top of the body here, and that with EFT is really where we're doing most of our tapping, around the head and under the armpit. So that's really where we concentrate, because that's where all the meridians are, so we catch all the emotions that are running through our body. Okay, so that's just to give you a quick snapshot of what we're going to do. And it works in such a way that we need to address what it is that's going on in our lives. And really what we're trying to address is the stuff that's holding us back. So it's the negative stuff. And we want to change what I call the story or the pain in our life that is holding us back. And we start by doing that by tapping on this point here, which we call the karate chop, on our hand. And I'm just going to run through where we're going to tap before we actually do a whole setup. And I'm going to run through it so that actually you can do it for yourselves when you're at home. Let's make sure that you can actually see what I'm doing. It's always more difficult doing it on the camera. So this we call the karate chop point. You can also see my friend George, more weather girl business going on here. So these are the points that we are going to tap on here. And we say a phrase that starts, because when we're tapping here, we, in general, when we go, yes, I need to change everything, I need to change what's holding me back. But often there's a but that goes with it, and that's what we call the self-sabotage part. And by tapping here, we deal with this self-sabotage business. And generally, while we're tapping here, we say, even though I have, and then we describe whatever the problem, the emotions that are holding us back, the pain, and so on and so forth. And then having described it, we follow that by saying, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Now, I'm going to run through this with you so you don't have to remember all of this. And then we follow that by tapping on our face. So we start with the beginning of the eyebrow, the side of the eyes, underneath. For those with glasses, we have to move them because it's a bit tricky. Under the eye, under the nose, on the chin, under the lips. Now on the collarbone, so if you feel your collarbone where it comes around here, where the knobbly bit is, just before it goes down in the dip, where a man ties his tie, roughly. We're going to tap there, and then we're going to behave like monkeys and tap underneath the arm, roughly in line with your nipple. Whether you're a man or a woman, it doesn't really matter. Nipples are pretty much in the same place. So underneath there, one side or both sides, one-handed, two-handed, and then on top of the head. Now just go around in a circle a bit, because all the meridians come up to the top of your head. So that's a really good place to catch all of the meridians and therefore all of the emotions as they come up to the top there. So those are the places that we're going to tap. So having described where we're going to do it, what I would like you to do is have a little thought and see if there's something that is particularly concerning you. I don't want you to tell me about it because we're on a public scenario here. But if you think about it in your head, think about something that you might have that's concerning you. You might want to write it down, or you just have it in your head, and that's fine. And then I'd like you to give it a scale of 0 when that means that it doesn't worry you in the slightest, and 10, it's worrying you so much it's stratospheric. So give it a number, 0 to 10. And if anybody's brave enough to put a number down in the chat box, just because we're going to tap using some of these words that might describe, I can make some up as we go, but if anybody's got a number, then that's really helpful just to help us along here. And then what I'd like you to do is, while you're thinking about your, let's call it this problem, because when we're tapping, we're going to use the phrase this problem, because that will cover everybody's thoughts of whatever it is that's concerning them. Where is this problem? Where do you feel the emotion of this problem in your body? Think about it just for a second. Where do you feel this problem in your body? And you might feel inclined to, again, put some words in the chat box as to where you might feel it in your body, just so that it gives me something to work on. And then an adjective or two as to describe what that feeling is in your body. It could be, this is where adjectives come in really handy. So it could be feelings of anger or sadness or grief or hurt, or it could be a sharp pain, or it could be a dull pain, or it could be heavy. It could be stone-like, anything. Because the idea is that if you don't mind me using these words, then we can use them, and everybody is going to benefit from, even if we're tapping on somebody else's words, it's called borrowing benefits. So even though you're using somebody else's words that may be describing somebody else's problem, you will also, because your brain is already setting up and thinking about what they're doing and your own problem and your own feelings, you will also gain benefits from tapping on your own things. All right. So we have a number on the scale of 0 to 10. You have an idea of where it is in your body, and you've identified how that feels. Okay, so how is everybody feeling right now? Is that all right? Is everybody comfortable with that so far? Thumbs up if everybody's sort of vaguely all right, in the right place. Okay, perfect. Good. So I think we can start. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with this point here. We're going to start this. We're going to start telling the body, because we want to stop any self-sabotage that might be coming through. And we're going to say, even though And if you like to repeat after me and follow where I'm tapping around here. So if you tap in the places I'm tapping, saying the words that I'm saying, I will say them and you can repeat them after me, okay? So you don't have to be on speaker, but I can see if you're talking, so that should be okay. So we'll start with saying, even though I have this problem, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. And we'll do it 2 more times. Even though I have this problem, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. 1 more time. Even though I have this problem, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. And now we're going to start around the face, and we're going to start at the beginning of the eyebrow, and we're going to go this problem, inside of the eye, this problem, under the nose, this problem, under the chin, this problem, on your collarbone, this problem, under your arm, this problem, and on top of your head, just round in small circles, this problem. Now take a deep breath. And now we're going to do a round, and we're going to use some of these lovely words and numbers that you've given me. So we're going to go, this problem that I feel in my heart, my solar plexus, side of the eye, this problem of separation and resistance, under the nose, this problem that is the level of 7 or even 8, on the chin, this frozen fear that I have with this problem, on your collarbone, this problem in my heart, my solar plexus, under your arm, this problem that I have, top of your head, this problem in my heart, my solar plexus, to do with separation and resistance. Okay, take another deep breath. How are you all feeling? Okay, can we have a little bit of feedback? Can we have a little bit of unmutable? Paul, can you unmute?
Wonderful.
Are you all right? How's everybody beginning to feel?
Yeah, lifted.
Okay. Okay, let's do one more round, and then I don't know how the time is going.
You're doing fine.
Okay. Are they staying the same? Are they still the same, the numbers, or are they coming down a bit? Going down?
Coming down.
Coming down? People coming down. Okay. So the idea is, have the words changed that you're feeling? You may find that the words that you've used have changed, and that you may need to use different words to describe, as your feelings change, as the number comes down, maybe new words come to mind to describe what it is that you're feeling about this problem. All right, so we're going to just do another round, and okay, thank you. Calmer, somebody's saying calm down. That's lovely, excellent. Okay, so let's do another round. We've got some more words here. So we'll start on the beginning of the eyebrow. This feeling of heaviness, side of the eye, this feeling of disappointment, this feeling in my heart, under your nose, this fear, this frozen fear that I'm feeling around this problem. on your collarbone, this problem that I am feeling. This problem that is a Thor. The number is coming down. The number of this problem is coming down. Okay, take a deep breath. Let it out slowly. And while we're talking, you can tap on your wrist. Because this is another good point. This is what I always call the first aid point. So if you were out and about, you wouldn't necessarily want to be doing all of this if you suddenly felt rather anxious about something. So your wrist here, either wrist or both together, is a really good place to tap if you were out and about. And it's very good because you can do it behind your back. So here. And you want to tap enough that you can connect, but not enough to bruise people. No bruising. Thank you very much indeed. I don't want to hear from Yvonne or Suzanne that everybody's ended up with bruises everywhere. So the idea is that you go on doing this until the number that you're feeling comes down to 1 or 2. How are the numbers that you're feeling at the moment, guys? Are they still coming down? They are. Okay. So when the number comes down to 1 or 2, and you go on tapping with those numbers, with those words, using the numbers that may change. You then, when you are at 1 or 2, you can start saying something like, I choose to release and let go of this problem that I have. So you would go around the same points. I choose to release and let go of this problem. I choose to release and let go of this problem that I am holding on to. I choose to let this problem go. I choose to release and let go of this problem. It no longer serves me. I choose to release and let go of this problem that no longer serves me. I choose to release and let go of these feelings of separation and resistance, anxiety and stress, of overwhelm. I choose to replace them with calm. I choose to release and let go of this problem. Take a nice deep breath. Okay, so how are you beginning to feel? I don't know what your individual problems were and what thoughts you were what the hiccups were that you had in your mind. But obviously, some problems are obviously going to take much longer than just 20 minutes to talk through. I can't hear anybody, so it's hard to.
It's gone to 0, Lucinda.
Sorry?
I feel like it's gone to 0.
Oh, well, that's great, Susanna.
It actually went quite quickly.
Okay, good. I mean, some things will go quickly and obviously some things won't. And if anybody has a particular problem that they have, you know, that is longer lasting or deeper, I mean, because obviously now is not the time to work on something that is much deeper, then, you know, I am always going to be there. And if you look at the website, which I think somebody put on the chat box, the whole setup of what to do and how to do it is on the website. If you click on the box that says EFT, so this is the chat that's on beside me, and then all the instructions on how to do it is there on the website. And there's a wonderful little book there too, if you're interested, which will show you. There are various other points to tap, like on your fingers. These are really good places to tap as well as around your head, and much more discreet than tapping around your face. So if you're out and about, your fingers. So the nail beds, so either side, so if you, it's like pinching your nail bed. You can do that. So tapping on the side of your fingers. That's really good because you could do that. Yes, exactly, Marianne. Perfect. So tapping on the side of your nail beds, and that's really easy and discreet. So if you're out and about and you've got yourself into a bit of a pickle for some reason or another, something's worrying you, or the traffic's driving you nuts, or work, or a relation, or children, or I don't know, there are all sorts of things out there, just the world as it is. You can tap on the, either hand works. So there we are. There are a few tips on how to keep going for the time being. And as I say, if there's anything I can do to help anybody after today, after this evening, then I am more than happy to do so. So thank you so much for listening to me, and take care.
Wow, that was absolutely fabulous. I really, really enjoyed that. And it's something that we can do, you know, on our fingers, even if we're in a supermarket or whatever.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is it on each individual finger you're tapping?
Yes, each individual finger.
With those wordings?
Yes, and each individual finger, you know, rather like the points around your head, will represent a different meridian. So therefore, a different emotion and a different place to go. So the side of this finger here, this is really good for low self-esteem. So your middle finger, so it's really good for low self-esteem. So when we're not feeling, when we need a bit of confidence before we go and do a talk, or we've got to go and see people that we're not, you know, we've got to go and do stuff that we're not feeling very confident about. This middle finger here. Sorry, that was very rude, wasn't it? I'm so sorry. I did not mean to, what it was in the Americans, flick the third or whatever they call it. So I'll do it sideways. This finger, tap on the nuts, side of the bed. Yes, exactly. On the middle finger. That's the one. So that's really good for low self-esteem. And your first finger, that's allows physical and emotional release. So this little chap here is a great little book, but gives you lots of details like that, which you can get off the website too. So, but as I say, I'm there to help anybody who wants any help.
Wonderful. And that's the great thing, is that you're there for people.
Yeah.
Because obviously we're releasing emotions.
Oh,
and some of you might feel that actually you need extra help, you need support. So we're all here at Journey to Heart and Soul. Lucinda's available. You've got all the website details there. So don't hesitate to contact her. Exactly. Or indeed any of the practitioners here. It's about support. It's about us coming together as a collective to do that. So thank you so much, Lucinda. I think we could listen to you for at least another hour all day.
I'm very much delighted. Enough is enough.
Yeah, and you know, we're all actually in a very similar position. So we're all feeling anxious and fearful and stressed and maybe overwhelmed. We're all
overwhelmed is great.
I don't think any one of us would say we're not. So to have the tools to be able to do something with those emotions and process is really invaluable. So thank you so much, Lucinda. It's wonderful to have you here.
My pleasure.
Wonderful
for having me.
So I'm going to pass you on to Marina, a dear friend who's worked so tirelessly with Journey to Heart and Soul. It's unbelievable how hard this woman works. So we're just hugely grateful to you, Marina, for everything that you do and your commitment to raising consciousness. I was thinking today, I was just like, wow, this woman is truly committed to raising consciousness in everything that you do. So thank you. You're going to talk about the Tree of Life, the life codes primarily, isn't it? So I'll hand you over to Marina.
Thank you very much, Suzanne. So I normally at this point, this time I normally talk about emotional release, but we already had a wonderful emotional release. Thank you, Lucinda, and they're all very valuable tools. So I would like to talk to you about the life codes. What are the life codes? And first of all, the life codes are, before I say something, it's based on Heidi Sawyer interpretation of, I will actually share the screen. Just a second, so you can see it. Okay, share the screen. Okay. Just a second, bear with me. Okay, this is so the life code are the energetic, can you see this, by the way? Can you see it? Okay.
Thank you.
This is the energetic matrix called the Tree of Life, with the combination of the numerology that is applied to it. So it is a combination of Tree of Life with the numerology, and that is by Heidi Sawyer. And I have been trained to use this matrix over 6 years ago. I think Heidi reopened the last year, maybe the teaching last year. I'm not sure if when it happened, but anyway, I've been around the Tree of Life. Now, why is valuable? And I just explained to you a little bit more. What does it mean? So just for your understanding, overall picture. Overall picture is that you can see that this structure, this is based, by the way, on the Kabbalah with a Q, which is over 1,000 years old, and it's relevant to the modern life. It is, as you can see, everything is interconnected, and this is like a symbolically like a nervous system inside of you. It's an internal map as well as universal internal system, so that we know it gives the indication what is the energy of the everyday, what is the energy of the week, of the year. And I won't talk too much about the year, but I will give you as much as I can to not to overwhelm you with it. I found that to me, Tree of Life is fascinating and I love it. So you can see also that all this, it is interconnected and everything here is equal. That's what you need to understand, that all of that is equality. And I will give you first overall picture, and then I will tell you how to calculate your life codes for those who are not familiar. So if you can see, first of all, everybody has all this energy of the tree within yourself, and your life code will give you a theme of your life, but this is in everyone. So this particular 110 here at the bottom is representing your physical self. And then if you can imagine that this life code 8 representing the right hemisphere of your brain, left hemisphere of your brain, which is thinking, processing. The hemisphere 7 is representing the right hemisphere of your brain, which is the feeling process. And the subconscious is giving the access to the deeper sense of yourself, which is the soul. Now, the soul part is a deeper part of your true nature. And then we go to the manifestation, physical manifestation. For physical manifestation, you need 50% of your will, positive will, not actually, you know, you can have ego will, which is basically forcefully, but we are talking also about the spiritual will. So it's a 50% willfulness and 50% love. So it needs to be in equality. And then as we go higher up in a tree, we have non-physical energy. Regardless of your gender, everybody has female and male energy within. And as you can see from the soul, we go into the challenge. Challenge is not a specific life code. It belongs, it's mainly towards the life code 2, which I will explain later. But basically, challenge is part of the transformation. And as you go higher, past the challenge, then you have this non-physical, male and female, and then you have the this whole self, which is like a universal self, call it nature, call it universal self, call it God. It's like the view of the top of the mountain. So that is in a nutshell the whole of the Tree of Life, how to observe it. Now, how do you calculate your life code? You calculate, this is example. If you were born on the 30th of July 1954, you calculate by adding it horizontally to the single figure. And as you can see, this comes to 29. 2 plus 9 is 11, and 1 plus 1 is 2. Now, this is a life code with the master number 11. 11 is that dark, this is 11, that is the bit of 11. And sorry, so not every life code 2 will have a master number 11, but because some will, let's say you have 20 as a number, then 2 plus 0 is 2. So the master number 11 will be at the end of the life code book. So Heidi, of course, I asked Heidi for permission after her training. This life code is on my website, and you can go, I did give you in that chat box, you can go to discover your gentle soul radiance, and then you can have a calculator. And I would appreciate if everybody who doesn't know the life code can calculate for themselves, or you can go to this and you can calculate on your mobile, or you can go here and just calculate it. And then you basically can download for free this life code ebook. So does everybody, I would just like to hear if everybody has a life code. Actually, I can't see you now. I stopped sharing for a second. Okay, there's hang on, I need glasses. Does anybody need help with the life code, or everybody knows life code? Yep.
I've got mine.
I know.
You gave me mine.
Okay, anyway, the reason I'm asking you to know your life code, because I will explain a little bit about the Tree of Life and life codes. Okay, because that would be useful. Share the screen again.
Maybe people could put it in the chat box if they felt brave enough.
Yes, please put it in a chat box if you know your life code. I would like to know. I'm always fascinated by the life codes. Okay, are you 211 or just 2? Okay, 6, 6, 2, 9, got it. Okay, you're not 6, Suzanne, you're 8. Never mind.
I put the wrong number. Sorry about that.
It's okay. Okay. Okay, great. Right, so let me just explain. Now, what is why is useful to know your life code? Let me give you the picture. People who are life code 3, 5, and 8, they are the people who process their intuition with a pause. That doesn't mean they have to pause for long at all, but they would naturally just take a few moments to pause. So 3, 5, and 8 would be the pause energies. And that's how they access their intuitive wisdom. People here who are 2, 4, and 7 will process their intuition by their push energy. Doesn't mean they're pushy people. They're just faster energy. Their intuition to them comes really spontaneously. So, for example, this is the fastest energy of the forward, which is 2. So these people are by the spontaneously accessing, their intuition will come to them really fast. The people in the middle, they're mediators. They basically mediate between, so they have internal timing. Sometimes they get pause, sometimes they go with the spontaneous. It varies they're between this energy of the pause and push. So they are usually mediating between them, and they need to stay in the center, because usually, especially the life code 6 and 9, they can process they're always on receiving end of other people. I mean, we all are, but they are processing their energy more even. So what is this? Let me just show you what you will gain by knowing and how to start with that, or what you can do. Life Code ebook, first of all, it will give you one page of your life code, and it will give you, sorry, let me just pause. It will give you the upside, shadow, and a life lesson. Now, let me just point out, this is, you need to see if it resonates with you, if it doesn't. The other suggestion from Heidi is to calculate the people who are nearest and dearest to you and put them on the life code chart to see where they are. That is valuable because let me just get out of here a second. So this, what does the life code give you? It gives you more of the respect and embracement of your nature. So if you're life code 3, you are there. This is your theme for this lifetime. You are not going to move to any other position here. You stay. So what does that mean? If you're like, let's say, life code 3 and you are a Labrador, you're not going to become Poodle suddenly. Let's say Poodle is here. You're going to be the Labrador, and you need to embrace it and love it. It's really about the true nature. So what happens sometimes, let's say I came across a lady who was here as a life code 2, and both of her son and her husband are on this side. And for them, these people here can experience the post people a little slower, you know, and when they understand it's their nature, then that's how it is. They don't have to be irritated by it. That's what it gives understanding of uniqueness of other people nature and respect to it. They're just different. And it's valuable to know. I have quite a few people who, when they understood, they stopped being so irritated about it. They just understood, okay, I understand now. They're processing and I'm faster, I get it. So it helps. It helps to know how to access your intuitive wisdom. It helps you to also get into all of this are internal, in your internal world. It's about balancing and equality. You need to address your female and male inequality. If your shadow, it has more power than your light, that's not equality. Just so you know. It's useful to make it equality and balance it. And it's very revealing. The tree of life is deeply revealing. However, it cannot be learned by logical explanation. And it is revealed to you when you are curious about it. And I think that's about, we're coming to the time. So what also I will do next time is the explanation of where we in the year of this year and what does that mean in general. But we'll talk more about it. In the meantime, my suggestion is download the Life Code book. Read it for yourself, let it digest within you, and see what your nearest and dearest around you, what nature, and see how much it resonates to you. Now, just another thing is we need to embrace our shadow as well and our light. It is like a journey to the heart and soul. We go from self-rejection emotionally to self-acceptance. It is a journey. It is evolving. So it's not wrong and right. It's just what it is. I noticed, you know, when I was more in my ego, I can see how strong the shadow side is more in ego and the lighter side is more in the soul energy. And yeah, and you can download it from here. If you, for any reason, are on my website, but you receive my newsletter, but you would like another copy of the Life Code book, then let me know, email me, I will send it to you. Stop sharing. I think that's for today what I want to say, because I am very respectful that Yvonne is the turn for Yvonne. So it is really just allowing the energetic you to be more acknowledged, because this is all energetic sense of who you are in the body and bigger self, energetic self. Okay, thank you. Any questions? Anything? I think
that's fantastic, Marina. And you've given everyone so much information there, and information to access as well. So you can calculate, if you didn't manage to calculate your life code tonight, you can go in and do the calculator and then download the ebook and see, you know, what your energy is all about, really. And if it resonates with you, may give you some indication about life purpose and all sorts of information. It's getting to know yourself better, isn't it? And how you operate, you know. It's really, really important. How you interact with other people as well, and respecting other energies too, and how, you know, we all come together as one, but we are uniquely different too. So thank you so much, Marina. And you'll be around if people need to contact you, or if they need a more in-depth consultation. You not only do the emotional release with the Sedona method, but you also do the life code consultation as well. And your intuitive sensitive coaching too, because I'm going to promote your intuitive sensitive coaching.
Oh, bless you. Intuitive, I like the way you call it, intuitive sensitive coaching. I was going to call it intuitive. That's still to be published. But just so you know, just to finish with this, with the life code, I will that to be published. I just want to show you. Actually, I'll show you. In the middle, it's, let me just show you quickly. It doesn't matter. I cannot share the screen. Doesn't matter. Okay, no problem.
Go ahead, you can now.
You can now.
Sorry. I just want to show you that the reading of the life code is done in the middle, regardless of it's a consciousness line. And it shows very quickly with archetype type cards, it shows very quickly your sticky points and where the energy is need to rebalance. And I use emotional release to do that. Anyway, that's really that. Thank you. Stop sharing.
Thank you. Marina, are you doing intuitive coaching?
I am, and I will be soon putting it on the website tomorrow.
Okay. Did you want to just say in a sentence what it is?
Oh, in a sentence what it is, I don't have it in front of me. It's a basically seven-step that Heidi is training us with the, and I spoke of course to Heidi because I wouldn't be out of integrity, so it has to be transparent and stay in integrity. So basically it's from unconscious, model is an intuitive reading is from unconscious to freedom. And it's guiding you energetically on a specific, everything is on a specific, nothing is just general. On a specific through the 7 questions, and then we use the cards to show you your soul story and how it's unfolding. And it does give very much into, it's empowering.
It's magnificent.
I shall stop talking. Let me give it to Yvonne. Thank you.
Thank you, Marina. Thank you. So now I'm going to introduce you to Yvonne. And Yvonne, a dear friend who works with me, not only in the Arbonne side, but also trained with Journey to Heart and Soul, and has been a spiritual healer for 30 years. And Yvonne brings her calm energy, really angelic energy, I'd say, and calms us all down every week. So a lot of healing needed for the world, a lot of healing needed for individual people. But I won't say any more. I'm just going to hand you over to Yvonne now. So thank you.
Lovely. Thank you, everyone. So tonight I ask you to allow yourself to be a channel for giving and receiving healing. So I ask you now to close your eyes, place your feet flat on the floor, lay your hands gently in your lap, and now take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Again, taking a deep breath, and slowly and gently breathe out through your mouth. Feel centered and calm, relax. Begin to visualize a golden ball of light in the center of your chest as it grows and grows to cover your heart chakra. Can you feel it? Now watch the golden ball release and move forward in front of you. As the ball grows larger, you can see beautiful green lights dancing inside the golden ball. This is the healing energy you are releasing to send to your loved one. This energy will be manifested and magnified by Archangel Raphael, who is the healer of all healers, who can be called on whenever needed. Focus on your loved one and begin to send this ball with your love. You will begin to see glints of pink surrounding the ball as it sparkles and shines. Watch the ball as it begins to rise, and watch as it leaves. See as it floats through the wall and into the night sky. Visualize as this beautiful energy goes down through the roof of the place where your loved one is right now. And watch as the ball begins to hover just above their head. And the light begins to shine and surround your loved one. You can feel the vibration and the warmth as you begin to watch the divine healing taking place. See how radiant they look. Their face has begun to soften. The energy now rises and breaks up into thousands of tiny pieces and showers down upon your loved one like gentle raindrops. You look at your loved one again and see nothing but peace in their expression. You watch as the speckles of energy enter their skin, and their skin sparkles and shines, and they begin to sparkle and shine. It is time to allow your loved one now to rest and bring your consciousness back to the room. Begin to feel the chair beneath you, the ground beneath your feet. Please take in a deep breath and slowly and gently breathe out. Again, take in a deep breath and gently release through your mouth. One last time, a deep breath and gently breathe out through your mouth. Begin to wiggle your fingers, your toes, and slowly and gently open your eyes. And now we ask that any energies that are left are shared with Mother Nature and Mother Earth. Welcome back, and thank you for your beautiful energies that were a collective energy coming together. Namaste.
Thank you, Yvonne.
Welcome.
Oh, that's just so beautiful.
Very relaxing.
We all feel sent out. Did you
Thank you,
write that
Yvonne.
yourself?
Thank you.
Is that your...
A bit of guided, and I did have some information beforehand, so I just added my little touch to it.
Absolutely beautiful. Lovely when the gold specks go into the skin. It's just so nice. We need to get you to do some tapes, so some recordings, I think.
Oh, absolutely. I think you'd be really good at that.
So good at that. So if anyone would like to contact Yvonne, all Yvonne's details are there. You do healing, don't you, Yvonne?
Yes.
And you do bars, but I wouldn't even begin to explain what that is. But if you just want to know more about what Yvonne does, please, contact her. So you've got a whole toolkit of different people that you can go and contact should you need to, and that's what we want to actually give you from us all here tonight. So I really hope that you've enjoyed this evening. I wanted to say a massive hello to Alexandra over there waving at you in New York. We're sending you lots and lots of love from the UK, and thank you for supporting us here. We really appreciate it. So for those of you that didn't hear, we will be any donations that are made tonight through the Journey to Heart Soul website will be given to the Berkshire Animal Connection Centre. So these are for equines that are being rehabilitated that may have health issues or social behaviour issues, or had just been rehomed and rescued. So we'll keep you informed of other community projects that we'll be doing along the way as well. And again, keep in touch with our support groups, the High Vibe JHS support group, Reiki Rock Stars. If you want to be added, you're not added, please say. We set up these groups, or particularly Reiki Rock Stars, for anyone that ran out of medications, food, in trouble, wasn't well, that we could just, know that what was happening to you and get you help. So really, I think that's all I need to say. Marina, is there anything else I need to say? Anything I've forgotten? Yvonne, have I forgotten anything? No?
I haven't.
Now, there is an inner light meditation tonight by David Charles Rowan. The first one is complimentary. So if you haven't done this before, it's complimentary. I just need to get the link, but I will put that onto the Journey to the Heart and Soul Facebook page, which you're all on, I'm sure. And if you do have any other issues, then just text me. Yeah, I think that's probably the best thing to do, isn't it? But you can contact David Charles and do that inner light meditation tonight. So from me, good night from us at Journey to Heart and Soul. Good night from all the team, and we'll see you next week. So lots of love, and take care and stay safe. Bye.
Thank you, Suzanne. Thank you,
Bye.
thank you, Lucinda, Marina,
Bye,
Yvonne.
Alexandra. Bye, everyone. Thank you very much for coming.
Bye.
Bye, Alexandra.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye,
Bye.
Bye, Alexandra. Nancy.
Bye.
Mandy. Yeah, here.
Yes, bye.
Sandy,
Lovely to be back. Thank you so
great
much.
to have you back.
Lovely
Thanks,
to be
Susan.
back. Thank you. Lots of love to everyone.
Thank you, everybody.
Hi, Yvonne.
Thank you. Brilliant.
Lovely. Thank you. Bye.
Bye,
Bye.
Sarah.
Thanks for coming.
Bye. Thank you.
Hi, Jenny.
Bye, sweetheart. That was amazing.
How do you go away? How do you
Amazing.
say?
Mhm.
How do I turn it off? How do I turn it off?
Lovely Victoria. Lovely Nancy and Red.
Hi, Vic.
Bye.
Bye, Victoria.
Bye, Esther.
Jennifer,
Bye.
just so you know,
Bye, 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 bye.
I somehow it came to the private to you. I don't know what I click or whatever. I was going to send it to everyone.
When someone sends you a message, it then turns into that person's name. So if you don't notice it, you're sending them the message back.
I know,
just
I
have to
got
click
it.
on the
I was
blue.
like, what is this?
Click on
Bye,
the blue
David.
name and then change it to
Bye.
everyone.
Bye, darling. Mwah.
I did. Thank you.
Bye, David.
Hi, David.